The spotted orbweaver, Neoscona crucifera, is a wicked-looking creature indeed. However, it is relatively harmless to humans. Oh, it might bite if pressed, as in mishandled, but it wouldn't hurt that bad. Maybe like a bite from a mosquito or a fire ant. Additionally, they are quite fearful of humans and flee when approached. This spider is one of the more common, at least commonly seen, orbweaver spiders within its range. They often weave incredibly intricate webs in and around barns, gardens, and even the eaves of homes each night. Orbweavers are also the spiders responsible for some of the webs created in the woods. You know the ones, set up between trees and shrubs that people walk into during the day, then freak out and wave their arms around like they're a karate master.
I'm a karate man! Ta-da!
All humor aside, the webs that these spiders create is nothing short of amazing, in my opinion. Each night, a little after dusk, females begin by securing attachment threads, which are anchored to surfaces such as trees, fences, and/or the ground. Within these attachment threads, she creates frame threads, radial threads, and the capture spiral, which is made sticky to help ensnare prey. I recall seeing a web one night where the attachment threads were extremely long. One vertical attachment thread went from the ground up about 20 feet to the extended branch of a large oak tree, and another attachment thread, which was somewhat horizontal, went from the tree's trunk about 40 feet to another tree. The bridge thread, the upper horizontal attachment, was also strung nearly 40 feet between the trees. I figured it must have dropped from the tree branch, where she probably hides during the day, and made one attachment to the ground. But how did she secure the other attachment line and bridge thread? Did she crawl 40 feet dragging the line the whole way, I wondered? Anyway, the female will dismantle most of her web at dawn each morning and will eat the spiral threads. The female will hide in crevices and corners by day, then spin a new, large, round web at dusk, as mentioned previously. Researchers believe the spider will eat the webbing for many reasons, with one being spiders can reclaim a portion of the proteins and nutrients used in construction by eating the sticky part of the web. It is also believed that the spider wants to make the web disappear so that predators won't be able to locate her when she's hiding during the day. I recall reading once that the sticky portions of a web may retain minute pieces of captured prey, which may also provide some protein. It sounds logical to me. But wait, if she dismantles her web each morning, how do people sometimes walk into them during the day? If a spider is startled by something around the time it would normally dismantle a web, she will scurry to her hiding spot and often just stay there. I've also seen where females were consuming large prey when the sun was coming up, so they abandoned the web for the hiding spot, probably to avoid being spotted by a predator. Also, I have on rare occasions seen these spiders on the web during the day, but it is usually when the web is in a well-shaded area, such as woodlands. I would imagine one being out during the day would have something to do with the individual's hunger. While spotted orbweavers are preyed upon by several insects and birds, and even other spiders, they are a favorite of mud daubers. Similar to spider wasps, mud daubers search for these spiders during the day, then sting them if they can. Once stung, the spider becomes paralyzed. The mud dauber will build a nesting chamber out of mud, then stuff it full of several spiders before laying an egg on them. The larva will then wake up and feed on the still living spiders until it pupates into an adult. I have a video about mud daubers on this channel and also spider wasps. I'll put links in the description. Females can grow to 3/4 of an inch in length, not including the legs, and at that length, their size is quite impressive. Males are smaller than females. Although the appearance of spotted orbweavers varies, most, from what I've observed, have an orange-beige overall appearance. The cephalothorax and spiky legs are reddish, but covered in pale hairs. The legs also have dark bands. The abdomens are usually a beige to beige-orange in color with 4 distinct spots. However, abdomens can be brownish or grayish in color and have various patterns on them. The spotted orbweaver can be found over much of the United States and Mexico. Here's a map from iNaturalist with areas where the spider has been confirmed highlighted in dark green. Spotted Orbweavers build their webs in various habitats including woodlands, overgrown fields, and around homes in rural, suburban, and even urban areas. As mentioned previously, they also build webs in and around barns, which has earned them the nickname barn spider. However, note that there are many spider species that occupy barns. These spiders eat anything and everything. Okay, maybe not everything, but the webs created by females are designed to capture flying nocturnal insects, especially moths. However, these spiders are almost certainly opportunists and will probably eat just about any insect that becomes ensnared in the webs. Here, this gargantuan female spotted orbweaver captured a wheelbug in her web. And this was a large wheelbug, a big female, probably as big as they get. I'm pretty sure when a spotted orbweaver reaches a certain size, she doesn't have to worry about mud daubers anymore. From what I've seen, mud daubers like to take small to medium-sized orbweavers. However, she may still be susceptible to hungry birds. These spiders overwinter in the egg phase and emerge when the weather warms. They will be quite small at first, then grow over the summer. In my observations, these spiders reach their maximum size in September and October. Males are smaller than females, as mentioned previously, and they are rarely seen unless they are visiting females. Here, watch as this male attempts to impress a female. He does some tapping around on the web, then eventually communicates with her by touching, it appears. Notice that he is a good deal smaller than she is. Also note the swollen pedipalps. Sexually mature male spiders often have swollen pedipalps, which is where they store sperm. If a female is receptive, during copulation, the male will place the sperm from his pedipalps into the female's reproductive opening, which is located on the underside of her abdomen. Eventually, another male showed up, and I'm not really certain what occurred after that. It appears he attempted to approach the female from behind, which is probably a no-no. The intruder apparently backed off, and afterward, yet another male came up, this time from behind the original male, who then fell for some reason and remained down for quite a while. I'm not certain what occurred, as it didn't appear he was bitten or anything. The third male continued for some time, attempting to mate with the female. However, I'm not certain if he ever did. In this footage, he appears to get close, but then springs away at the last second. And on a related note, after a male spotted orbweaver mates with a female successfully, he will springboard himself away so that he doesn't become her next meal. That's quite typical with a lot of these types of orbweavers. If I recall correctly, I never actually saw them mate successfully. If I had, it would have been on film. I'm not saying they didn't, it's just that I didn't see them. The wind was blowing hard and it made it difficult to get good footage, and it was getting late and I was tired, so I went in and went to sleep. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.
Oh, hello. I'm Randy from Randy's Natural World. I hope you enjoyed the video on
The Spotted Orbweaver.
Yes, that's it. Today I'm pretending to be a scientist. Maybe I'm doing research on a 5 o'clock shadow, I'm not sure. But that's neither here nor there. I'm hoping to speak to those of you who haven't subscribed yet. Here's a list of reasons why you should. It's free. You can't beat that price. Number 2, quality content. Always quality content. Number 3, YouTube allows unlimited subscriptions, so there's no reason not to. Anyway, number 4, are you a procrastinator? There's no need to procrastinate. And I know what you're thinking, Randy, I'll subscribe when I get around to it. Well, here's your round to it right here. Round to it. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead. A wise decision.